Up next, Best Actress in a Leading Role. The nominees are Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andra Day for The United States vs. Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. Let's see everyone's picks.
Ooh, Gerrad.
Maybe I didn't quite read up. I don't know. All right, Joey, take us into this one. This is really, I think, the category of the night. Viola took home the SAG Award. Andra got the Golden Globe. Carey got Critics' Choice. And then this past weekend, Frances took the BAFTA. So, how in the hell are we supposed to know who's going to win the Oscar?
We're not. That is the takeaway here. I think, but of any of these stats, the Critics' Choice is definitely a peripheral effect of the causes of the industry. I mean, that group has no ties to the industry whatsoever, neither does the Globe. But those two wins provide visibility on the trail. And of these, I think Viola and Frances are the only two with actual backing from industry voters who cross over into the Academy. And Viola won with the bigger group that shares more crossover with the Oscars, and in a category where she competed against more Oscar nominees. Because Frances competed in a category that was, I think the BAFTA nominations committee was what, like 5 people? And it was chosen by a very small group. No more than 7. It was a very small group. And many of the other contenders that she was facing off against were not nominated for the Oscar, so she didn't really have a matchup against anybody. So Viola, I think, has to be on paper the choice here.
Okay, so what happened here in this race? Because for such a long time, everyone's like, Carey Mulligan, and then now it's not so Carey Mulligan anymore.
I think that it was probably just the pundits sort of maybe overestimating her strength in the race. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can.
Do you think she's undeserving though? Like, if her name were announced, okay.
No, she's my personal pick. She's my favorite performance in this category. I just am not predicting her at this point. Yeah, her work is brilliant, and I think that her trajectory has done a lot of speaking for itself. I mean, this is a performance in a film that in a regular year probably wouldn't have been a contender. It was supposed to come out in April theatrically. That was ruined for it. It was moved to December, where it sort of caught hold of the conversation in a really organic way, thanks to social media. And it has sustained ever since. And Carey's commitment to the authenticity of this rape revenge story, in being so in sync with Emerald's vision for the brutal reality of a story like this, instead of making it a sort of neatly finished, put a bow on it Hollywood story with a really neat ending, I think really speaks to her investment in this film as a whole and why she was able to make it feel like such a lived-in performance that just came naturally to her. So she is definitely my personal favorite of this category.
All right, I'm going to open this one up to the group. Last year, it seemed like Renee Zellweger was a shoo-in for this category. A couple years ago, though, Olivia Colman surprised most, a lot, when she won over Glenn Close. So, sometimes you just never know with these things. But who do we think is that Olivia Colman underdog here? Is it Andra Day? Is momentum quietly but strongly enough building for her? Any chance she could sneak in the win, or maybe Vanessa?
I would say, in terms of who's the spoiler here, you really could take your pick. But right now, I think Frances McDormand is a really interesting potential consensus choice, which I think is, in a way, what happened with Olivia Colman being backed by a Best Picture nominee for The Favorite. Ironically, Frances McDormand was the one who announced Olivia Colman, because Frances McDormand had only won the year before for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I think Nomadland, if it has a really big night, she's phenomenal in the movie, so she's going to get a lot of votes. So she's one to watch out for.
Well, I agree with Frances. I mean, I think some people may argue that her performance was too subtle, or that she's, that it was so close to what she is personally. But I still think it was an amazing performance, and she sort of, she was captivating during that entire movie. And I do think that she does have a chance here.